Am I the astronaut for telling my no-contact sister that part of growing and being a better person is accepting that people don't have to forgive and reconcile with you? Growing up, my sister, now 22 female, was the spoiled golden child of our parents. She got everything she ever wanted in life and became the brat nobody wanted their kids to be friends with. I, now 24 female, even had friends who weren't allowed to come to my house because my sister was there. She would steal, try to make you do what she wanted, and would tell our parents if you didn't, would break stuff if she wasn't included, then wasn't allowed to take over decision making. It was a whole thing. We fought a lot as kids and we both said awful things to each other, but I grew to resent her more and more because of the monster our parents created. The final straw for me was my savings. My parents wouldn't let me open up a bank account because they didn't want me hiding money. They forced my first job to fire me because they were not okay with my keeping money to myself. And I knew they wouldn't help me with college or let me stay rent-free once I was 18, so I started being sneaky about saving. I babysat for friends' parents under the guise of visiting friends. I did errands for family friends or other people. It didn't allow me much in the way of savings, but it allowed some. But then like 2 days before my 18th birthday, my sister found and stole the money. And yes, I had it at home, but there was nowhere else to take it. None of my friends' parents were okay with my storing it at their house in case any went missing and I accused them. They were fine helping me get money, but they didn't want the responsibility of storing it, which I understand. My sister even told our parents I had the money and they got so mad at me. In return, I told my sister to f*** off and never speak to me again, and from that day onward, she wasn't my sister and I didn't love or give a damn about what would happen to her. I left on my birthday and never went back. I was no contact from then until now. My sister reached out to me a few weeks ago because a relative gave her my number. She apologized, told me she was sorry, said she had grown up and realized how shitty she was, and she knew stealing, breaking stuff, and getting me into trouble intentionally and trying to control everything was wrong. She said she loved and missed me and was hoping that we could repair our relationship. I didn't reply. I read the text and I kept it on my phone, but I didn't reply. 2 weeks later, she texted the exact same thing with an apology if I got the first, but she wanted to be sure. Then, a few days ago, she texted again and said she knew it was my number and wanted to know why I ignored her when she had apologized and was hoping I would forgive her so we could have a relationship. It's funny that, like, when she didn't get an immediate response, she's like, I apologized. Why aren't you responding to me? I replied one time, I considered not doing this, and I told her that part of growing is accepting that people don't have to forgive you or reconcile with you just because you apologized, and that sometimes the harm done can't be undone and doors are closed forever. I didn't reply after that. Then the relative who gave her my number and I exchanged some words because of this, and she told me it was the most arrogant way to tell somebody that you don't accept their apology.
Totally changed.
Didn't know she didn't get a vote. She said I should have been more accepting, and I told her that I didn't need to listen to this. Am I the astronaut for it, though? I'm not doubting myself, but I wonder if there are others who feel the same way as the relative. Honestly, maybe I should have kept ignoring my sister and blocked her number. Okay, so really the question is like, am I the astronaut for responding at all and responding the way that I did? Not for making the decision to go no contact, not for not forgiving her, but for actually responding and saying, look, part of growing up is that I don't have to forgive you.
You weren't an asshole for telling the truth, because that is true. People can apologize, but you don't get to choose whether or not they accept and forgive. And they can accept and not forgive, and you don't get to be part of their life.
You don't get to be part of their life?
Be part of their life. She wasn't your sister. She was your childhood bully, and your parents enabled it. Your parents made it possible for her to do this, and your life has probably been better without her in it. So she doesn't get to show up, invite herself in, give some form of an apology over text message, and pretend like she's your sister again. That's not how life works.
Yep.